Hello, this is the One Episode Rule, a podcast about first impressions. I am Magpie. Didn't really think this part through. Got nothing really to say about myself.
It's okay. It happens.
I did not do anything interesting because I was busy disassembling my entire floor and then putting it back together painstakingly.
Yeah, you were in the floor destruction arc. Unfortunate. Hi, I'm Joey. I've been watching anime this week.
Oh, yeah?
I sure did. I caught up on Zom 100 and on Dead on Luck, so
Oh, shit.
I'm enjoying both of them. They're both pretty good watches.
You've
so
been
far.
posting some pretty unhinged shit about Undead Unluck.
The SpongeBob jump scare? Yeah. It got me. I was like, oh god, why is it just SpongeBob? He was completely censored.
Something about a mosaic censored image of SpongeBob that's really funny.
It's
Anyway,
really
Louis, are you
cursed.
actually here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just waiting for this bit to end. Hi, it's me. It's Louis. I'm getting a random phone call right now while this is happening, so that's cool.
Oh, good.
Love that. I haven't watched shit this week. I've been busy in the sticker mines, I guess, and also potentially the magnet mines. We don't know how the magnets work, though.
How the fuck do they work?
Do they work?
Oh, man.
We can't do a magnet joke.
References on this podcast.
We can't do magnet jokes.
Do you
here.
guys want some anime news? Because the podcast is about anime.
No,
Let's have
I only
some
want to hear about
anime
magnets.
I've got a bunch of announcement news for you guys.
Let's have it.
Netflix announced a Terminator anime and showed nothing, literally nothing, other than the logo.
Damn.
I don't know why they think this counts as a trailer.
I see.
But they did tell us some stuff about it, which is that it's going to be production IG is going to work on it.
Uh-huh.
Cool, I guess. We'll see how that...
Question mark, exclamation point.
Listen, if they don't license the rights to Arnold Schwarzenegger's visage, then this is going to be shit.
This is going to be pointless.
However, if we get anime Schwarzenegger, it will at least have some worth.
That's so true.
Secondly, Yu Yu Hakusho. Everybody I know told me about this because I know I had an anime podcast.
Mm-hmm. I think I also posted about it somewhere. Yeah.
So yeah, I need to watch the original series.
It's fun.
That's what this really told me.
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't seen it. It's got like my favorite character type. It's got three different
Kuwabara.
Okuyasus in it.
Kuwabaras.
You would love Kuwabara.
It's got greater Okuyasu and lesser Okuyasu because isn't the main character kind of a dipshit?
She's also a little Okuyasu-esque.
But yeah, this appears to be. If I had to guess, this is an entirely Japanese cast. If I had to guess, Netflix is trotting this out like they own it.
Right.
My guess is that they're co-airing it with a Japanese television station because this looks like domestically produced live-action anime shit for the Japanese market. That just happens to be getting a dub.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it not worth watching. And also, I am looking at Kuwabara's hair, and that is as close as they could have fucking got.
No, like I've been fairly impressed with what I saw. It looked like they looked pretty good.
Oh man, they look like they really missed the mark with the like dark-haired like tsundere bitch boy.
Oh yeah, I think his name is Yeah,
he looks pretty rough, but everybody else. But yeah, this really does look like the live-action JoJo shit, and I wouldn't be surprised if the same people worked on it.
Yeah, probably.
And finally, John Wick film director Chad Stahelski, while talking about the Continental spinoff, has teased not only a brand new live-action TV show about the John Wick, but an anime.
Yes.
And this is a great quote that would embarrass the shit out of anybody because it just says, "I love Japanese anime so much." Dash Chad Stileski.
No.
Put that in your
No.
personal cringe
Don't.
compilation for shit you've said on the internet, Chad.
No. Well,
but yeah,
I'm here for anime John Wick.
homie, I could have told that. I could have told you that. I've seen your fucking movies. Anyway, fuck it. I'll watch it.
I'll watch it.
There were a couple other announcements. There was an announcement about a Witcher animated movie, but I still haven't even watched the first one of those, and I bet they're shit. So,
How do you bet this shit if you haven't watched them?
It's just like a feeling.
It's a vibe. Getting vibe checked.
I think they're great. How about that?
This is like a Jedi maneuver I'm doing. I'm sensing a disturbance, but
I think they're great, and
Have you seen them?
Proud of them. No, but Matt thinks they're bad, and he hasn't seen them.
You're just saying that to make them feel better.
I have seen more of them than you have because I have seen at least one frame.
Okay, and I still think they're great. What's your point?
I have subject matter expertise out of all of us in this room.
All right. Do we want to watch a show?
Yeah, let's watch a show. Jojo, do you have something?
I have a show for us. This week, we're going to be watching a little show called School Live.
School Live.
I was going to jokingly say I watched this, but...
You haven't.
No.
Oh my
Points
God.
gun.
Was this the one that I took out of the Halloween rotation?
Was it?
Because Emma had seen it.
Perhaps. Well, we're watching it now.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing?
All right, so who wants to read this blurb?
I think
Sure.
it's on my nose. Okay, cool.
I'll read it. Carefree high schooler senior Yuki Takia every day looks forward to the school living club, consisting of the president Yuri Wakasa, the athletic Karumi. I'm not saying that one.
Ebisuzawa.
The mature Miki Naoki, the supervising teacher Megumi Sakura, and the club dog Tarumaru. The club prides itself on making the most of life at school. There is only one rule the club members have to follow. All members must live their entire lives within school grounds. Gakugarashi follows the adventures of the school living club as they promote independence and self-determination through their lively time residing at Megurigoka Private High School.
What a good blurb. It's got everything in it.
Nothing.
That's all of it.
That's it. It's an anime about living at school.
It's an anime about what would happen if you lived at school. So yeah, we open on Yuki getting up in the morning because her dog is licking her face.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really cute dog too.
It's a really cute dog. I like this dog.
He's just he is a tiny sheep, or maybe a korg.
He looks more like a sheep, I think.
A sheep or a korg. Yeah, he wakes her up licking her face, and she's like, "Oh no, I'm late!" And she gets up to get ready for school, and you do realize it's just like, "Hey, wait a second, she's sleeping on the floor in a sleeping bag."
Yeah.
And there are several other sleeping bags here. And she's getting ready in a mirror in a locker, and also manages to knock down like a whole box full of tennis balls while she's doing so. And this is and clearly this is a Ditz character. But yeah, she has to run because she's late. She's late to the school living club. And as she exits the resource room / bedroom because it's been plastered over, Yeah, she hauls ass to the club room to meet the other members. And they're all introduced cute moe girl anime style.
Yes.
So they each get their own like.
They get their little speech bubble by their head saying their name. They get their little quirk about them.
The only thing I can compare that to is an insane, intrusive thought that it's the same thing as people when they introduce people in Yakuza.
Oh my god! Wow, it really is.
It's just be like Yuri Wakasa, president of the school living clan.
No, it like really is exactly like that. Like the cutesy anime girl version of that. Like imagine that, and that is exactly wow.
Yeah, it's just not in bolded typewriter font.
Yeah, but it's close somehow.
But yeah, they each have a little bit of introduction, and they jokingly interact. There's the president who's cooking, and a shovel girl who's got a shovel and is explaining her shovel to the rest of them like it's a fucking samurai sword, and she has to give you its lineage.
We got one girl reading a Stephen King novel.
She's reading Stephen King.
Stephen King. Was she reading The Stand? It looked like The Stand.
It looked like it could have been The Stand or Duma Key or that one. God, what was the other white covered one?
Oh hell if I know. I don't know.
They made that terrible movie out of it with Morgan Freeman.
God, I can't remember.
It was about the like slug aliens.
No, I don't know.
Infesting people.
This is out of the scope of our podcast at this point.
Yeah. You guys want to spend a half hour trying to help me grasp for this with my dying neurons?
Yeah.
But yeah, and clearly they're all of a type, although two of the girls are the same type. They're just different subgenres of the type.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna have spaghetti for breakfast.
Yep. It's fine.
But they all seem so enthused. But I gotta tell you, President Yuri is making the most whack-ass spaghetti I've ever seen. She is. She is boiling pre-made spaghetti sauce in a plastic bag.
Yeah, no, I saw that in there. I was like, what?
Is she boiling it with the noodles?
I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. I didn't think about it too hard.
No, because this is like the same shit as the frozen marinara sauce that comes with some things where you have to like...
Yeah, you do have to heat it.
You have to heat it with like warm water. I'm just like, this is sad.
It is.
Just get it out of a can. Come on. It's perfectly good out of a can.
Mm-hmm.
So it's another one of Japan's tendencies to put things in bags that don't belong in bags.
Well, but they also put things in cans that don't belong in cans, because I've seen canned bread before.
Yeah. But yeah, they eat up their spaghetti. They have a little moment because Yuki eats like my dog Pete so fast that she threatens to choke herself. She doesn't savor her food. But
they're like, savor it.
And they feed the dog, and the dog is scared of the president for some reason. She's
menacing aura.
She's one of those never opens her eyes characters.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's time to jet off to homeroom where Yuki is headed.
She's got responsibilities.
She's got responsibilities. She's the classroom helper. And she gets stopped for running in the hole by. This is the teacher character, I guess?
I think she's supposed to be like a class president sort of deal. No, because the other girl's the class president. I don't actually know.
She's she's listed as a supervising teacher in the blurb.
Yeah, but she looks like student age, so I don't really understand.
She does, but she also doesn't dress like them. So
yeah,
I assume that's what she has to be. But yeah, she gets stopped because she's running in the hall. And she's just like, how many times do I have to tell you? It's just like, I'm sorry, you don't stand out very much. I didn't notice. It's just like, oh. Yeah, she's we have some really bog standard like schoolroom jokes.
Real slice of life.
Real slice of life Nietzsche Joe shit.
Yeah.
Where actually it's so much like softer than Nietzsche Joe.
Oh yeah, no, they're like half of it's almost like non-jokes. It's like it slips off your mind a little bit.
Yeah, I defaulted to Nietzsche Joe, but I realized that it wasn't appropriate because half of Nietzsche Joe's jokes are punctuated with insane violence or just absolute absurdism.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's a real dit. And while she's been gone, the others have noticed that the dog, Tarumaru, is missing. He was missing shortly after she left, and they're just like, oh shit, the dog got out. So Miki comes after her, and she and she just slides the door open. It's like, Yuki-san!
Yuki looks over at her horrified. She's like, we're in class!
We're in the middle of class. She's like, oh, gomenasai. And she closes the door. And Yuki excuses herself to go to the nurses.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes out, and she's like, what's going on? It's like, you seem so on edge. You don't have to be on edge around me just because I'm an upperclassman. It's just like, no, I have no reason to be nervous around you. She's just like, Tarumaru is missing. It's just like, oh, we have to find him. And they spend a long time finding this dog.
It's a really long, like, this is most of the episode is they're just chasing the dog through the school.
They're just chasing this dog.
They're running through classrooms, interrupting classes.
Yeah, interrupting classes. You know, they one time they corner him against the big barrier of school desks that exist in the hall for no reason. And then he wanders into the home ec room and
he opens the door with his paw.
He opens the door with his paw like fucking Yon from Junji Ito's house.
Yeah.
Cursed animals. And they eventually chase him all the way up the stairs to the roof. And they have him cornered against that door because that door's a latch door. It's not a slide door. Until Shovel Girl,
Karumi, I believe.
Karumi opens the door. She's like, "What are you guys doing?" And the dog just bolts between her legs. She's like, "Oh, were you chasing the dog?" She's like, "Yes." And they have to continue because she's up there helping the horticulture club with their crops on the roof because they have a rooftop garden. Very nice. And they have to chase the dog through the whole garden, all three of them. And even though Karumi promises not to use the sharp edge of her shovel,
she's like, wait, no, that's still bad.
That's still bad. And finally, they chase him up into one of the beds that President Yuri is working at, and she's just like, Tarumaru, no trampling the crops.
Menacing aura.
Menacing. It scares him all the way out the door. And then we cut because there's too much of this. Right after those two leave to chase the dog, and Shovel Girl and the president stay, and the tone changes because the wind blows for a moment. And it's a very wistful scene where Shovel Girl walks to the edge to look out over the courtyard and passes a white cross in the middle of a vegetable patch that's there for decoration. And and just looks out wistfully, and I don't know why. It's very confusing. But yeah, after that, we cut back to the classroom because they simply don't care about finishing the storyline about catching the dog, and he's on a leash now.
Yeah, they caught him eventually.
They caught him, and they're going on about how clever he is because he can open doors. But can he close doors?
Only a witch cat.
Only a witch dog can close doors. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of that. Then
they're all sitting around eating hardtack.
They're all eating hardtack for fun. Tastes like survival. And apparently it was all Yuki's fault because she didn't take him for a walk. And finally she realizes, oh, I left my backpack in the classroom. I better go get it. And she rushes out to go get it after professing her love for the whole club because it's a moe
she's
anime.
like, I love you guys
I love
so
you guys.
much.
And then she runs off. And Miki clearly likes her more than she lets on because she says, "Are you sure she's going to be all right? I think I'll go with her."
Yeah.
Yeah, she comes in to get her backpack, and her all of her classmates are just like, "Oh, do you feel better? Because you went off to see the nurse." It's just like, "Oh yeah, it was just a headache." Ha ha ha. And she gets ready to go home after chatting with her friends some more, until Miki opens the door to find her, and she's just like, "Are you ready to go?" And yeah, this is where it reveals that none of the people in the classroom are real.
Yeah, this is the end of the cutesiness.
She's been talking to herself in a room full of broken glass the entire time.
This room is destroyed. The school is destroyed. There's no one else there. This is a zombie show, y'all.
This is a zombie show.
It's a zombie show.
There's a zombie behind those stacked desks in the hallway. Zombies roaming the courtyard. You could actually see them earlier, and before the reveal, even before even the background element of the grave in the garden plot, because you could see them roaming around in the distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a zombie show. Yuki can't deal with it.
Yeah, so she's
living in a fantasy, and the others are letting her.
Yeah, what do you do? This was really sad. I didn't. Okay, so the reason that I brought this show to the podcast is I have seen the manga on my bookshelf. We just have it. I've seen it for a long time, and I just thought it was a cutesy thing that, slice of life manga. I never picked it up or looked at it. And then one day I saw someone online talking about it and mentioning that it was like horror, and I was like, wait, no, I have to know about this.
It was a weird experience watching this, knowing the twist, because I did vet this for I actually vetted this for last Halloween, and it didn't make it into that one. And I was going to put it in this one, but Emma had seen it, and Emma was going to be on a lot of the Halloween episodes. So yeah, watching it, knowing what's going on,
knowing what's coming,
was really interesting because the only indications of what is going on is in the behavior of Miki when she's playing along.
No, I think you catch it even more than that.
The school's a little grimy.
The school's a little Karumi just carrying a shovel around everywhere.
Yeah,
that's not normal school behavior. I mean, it's
but that's anime shit. There's a guy in Komi who wears armor to school.
Sure.
But yeah, that's really it, and you can actually see it on her face, which is really fucked up.
Yeah, it is,
and makes this probably the best horror anime that we've had on the show, and it didn't happen during Halloween.
I know. Well,
JoJo,
sorry, I wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I got tricked into watching this.
Yeah, Louis got scared that the dog was going to perish, which he didn't die in this episode.
The dog does not get it. I need to know something. I need to ask you guys' opinion.
Yes.
Something. Is Megumi Sakura the teacher and sponsor of the club fucking real? Because
I don't
nobody
think so.
but Yuki talks to her.
No, I don't think she's real. I don't think she's there.
But the rest of the fake students don't appear when the other characters are in frame or are blanked out white.
Yeah, they do that a lot too.
She, however, appears fully realized with dialogue in the club room with them. And it makes me wonder, actually, now that I think about it, that really makes me wonder if she was real.
Yeah.
And she is buried in the garden.
That little white cross? Yeah. No, I do suspect something like that is afoot.
But anyway, yeah, it's really subtle.
It's really subtle. I need you to know that I flipped through the manga a little bit. This episode covered like maybe 10 pages tops. The pacing is different in the manga, is what I'll say.
I can see that.
But no, I kind of liked it being a full episode.
Well, if you think about it in a manga, you really need to establish your premise pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
And if you consider like an anime, the pacing is necessarily different. They're doing the same thing. They're establishing the premise really early.
Yes.
I really liked this show.
I liked it a lot.
I'm never touching this again.
I understand.
Louis cannot deal with the stress involved with the show.
Because it's like cute dog. I understand.
I own 4 small dogs. I
cute dog, likable characters. You don't seem to like horror to begin with.
What I find hilarious is I purposefully avoided the Halloween episodes and like
listen.
Like I'm gonna break the fourth wall here a little bit. Like I wasn't feeling that great to record. And Joey was like, "No, come on." And I was like,
"It's my birthday."
Well,
we had to do something today because simply to have something to put out.
No, I get that. I'm just like I'm stewing a little bit.
Oh man, that's rough. Isn't that the nature of horror though? It fucking gets you.
It gets
you when you never expect it.
I have also been informed that Gaku Garashi apparently sounds like either something like murder or disembowel or something similar to that. It sounds similar to a word that's like that, is what I've been informed.
Yeah, I don't know why it did remind me of like a horror word from Japanese, but I don't know enough to actually go
exactly.
Into it.
I don't know exactly which word it is, but
it kind of reminds me of gaki somewhere, which I think just means ghost. But
yeah.
But yeah, so Louis not gonna touch
Louis
this.
out. I'm in.
This is radioactive.
This is poison to Louis. It's a shame Blackle wasn't here. I'd really like their opinion.
I know, because Blackle could go really either way on this one.
But yeah, I like this, and hey, it's 12 episodes. I can actually finish this before I wander away like I do. So yeah, I'm in.
Yep, I'm gonna eat this one up, honestly.
Oh yeah, we didn't even really talk. It's also like really nicely animated. And
it looks great.
And the characters straight up are moe anime characters. They're not from a different genre like you would expect.
Yeah, no, but also what I'm appreciating what I'm appreciating about the art is sometimes when people draw moe, like they'll do something where they're too squished or their eyes float away. These are like drawn really well, like consistent, if that makes any sense. Like
yeah, and they're also pretty grounded. They don't tend to do a lot of like anime comedy faces.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, if you'd like to tell us about the fantasy that you have where you have an anime podcast that protects you from reality, you can do that at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That is one word, not the number. Hey, you want to share your hardtack with us? You can send it to us on Twitter or on Blue Sky. We are at OneEpisodeCast.
I have had actual hardtack, and it does not look like that. And it is
No,
also not good.
no, you shouldn't eat hardtack if you can avoid it.
Listen, hardtack comes in a fucking like 1x1 brick that you have to punch a piece off of and then soften it in water to eat.
Is hardtack the thing that they used to call worm castles?
Yeah.
Because worms would get in it, like.
And you appreciated it for the extra protein.
You didn't complain about your worms.
It wasn't usually worms. It was usually like weevils, but still.
Oh, yeah.
Louis, were you saying something?
I was just gonna say, I was gonna throw out there that the reason why I don't like this is the same reason why I find Psalm 100 to be an extremely refreshing take on the genre.
Oh, yeah?
Because that's more like yes, there's still sad things that happen, but like there's hope in it.
Yeah,
there's no hope here.
That's true.
It's not as despair-inducing.
He isn't pretending that the zombies aren't there.
Right.
He's
Like,
living his
acknowledging
life
it for
in
what it
spite
is.
of
He's
the
just-
zombies.
Yeah.
Also a good zombie show. Liked it.
Like I'm not saying this is bad. It's just not for me.
It's not for you. I get it.
Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, I look at it and I look at the look on what's her name, fucking Miki's
Miki.
face whenever she says Gomenasai and closes the door because the pretend students are upset that she interrupted class, and I just go, oh
Yeah. It's.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, I literally wrote, "This is dire."
That's too fucking powerful.
Ugh.
All right, let's
Well,
go.
I look
Anyhow.
forward to hearing updates from the field.
I'll tell you about it.
Yep.
You can experience it vicariously through me.
Yeah, you can experience it from the safety of your imagination.
My imagination is too scary.
Yeah, just imagine a different ending. It's fine.
Everyone's happy. And
I can imagine an ending to this podcast.